The Dow. I'm not gonna get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
The Dow. I'm not gonna get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
The Dow. I'm not gonna get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
Hello. My name is Ashlee and welcome to my channel. Tonight we are going to be talking about the White House Correspondents' dinner, of course, and the chaos that ensued. Sorry, I am late. First of all, sorry I'm late. Sorry, I was a little MIA this weekend. As you can see, I redecorated kind of. You can't see, oh, my camera's up here. Anyway, this weekend, I was hyper fixated. I just got hyper fixated on, getting everything ready for when I get a cat. And so I literally rearranged my entire apartment and made sure that there was little spaces for them. Now I just need a cat. So I'll let you know when I get a cat. But anyway, that was my hyper fixation this weekend. So I kind of let everything else go to the wayside, which means we're just going to go down the rabbit hole of the White House Correspondents' dinner today. I am very unprepared, so I apologize in advance. But we're just going to hang out, and we're going to go down the rabbit hole, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm also very tired because while rearranging everything, I didn't get a ton of sleep, and there was a huge storm here in St. Louis today, all day long. And literally as I was on the way to my doctor's appointment today, the tornado sirens went off. So I was like, oh shit, well, I don't know what else. I was like, well, I guess I'm going anyway. Yeah. So anyway, that was my day. Happy Monday. Yes. What a weekend. Yes. What a weekend. I would never want to go to a White House Correspondents' dinner. And a lot of other, well, unless it was AOC or something, or someone cool. That was the president, certainly not Trump or Biden or anybody like that. Okay, yeah, the Correspondents' Dinner was a complete shit show. So we're going to get into that today. Of course, there was a shooting there, and because we live in the day and age of no one believes anything and nothing is fact, everyone thinks it's a conspiracy theory, and everyone thinks that it could be staged. Now, I will say, usually I'm not against conspiracy theories, but I'm just kind of cynical about them. I can understand this one a little bit more because really it's been so many times. How many times have someone tried to assassinate Trump? So many times. And it just seems like it just happens so much, and it's a little strange that it happens so much. Anyway, we're going to get into that. Before we get into it, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, please like and subscribe and all the things. One last thing. Oh, Hassan is coming to St. Louis, and I'm really excited. Although I don't know where. They haven't posted where. Cori Bush just posted that Hassan was going to be here with her. There's a May Day rally somewhere, but I don't know what time. And I don't know any of the details. And I don't know what's going on. I wish I did because I want to go. I'm going to try to figure out all the details and then go. We'll see. It's funny. My dad, I think he listens to Mark Levin. And the other day when we got dinner, he was like, do you, I said, oh, one of my favorite, influencers or YouTubers or whatever is coming in town. He's like, it's not who I think it is it? Because Hassan has been on Fox News so much lately. The only thing Fox News has been really talking about before the White House Correspondents' Dinner was Hassan. And so my dad's like, it's not who I think it is it? And I'm like, it probably is. I'm like, it probably is who you think it is. So anyway, that was a little funny that my dad knows who Hassan is now. I find that hilarious. Anyway, let's go down the rabbit hole of this shooting. So, of course, you all probably already know that there was a shooting at the White House Correspondents' dinner this weekend, and it's not like funny, shootings aren't funny. It's a uniquely American thing. Not uniquely American, but I mean, it's a uniquely American problem where you have people with these guns come in and shooting places up. It's a uniquely American problem. So it's not funny, but it is because it was like one of the most comical things to witness. The memes coming out of this are great. There's so many different moments of the scenario of them all leaving and just it all happening at once that you're like, wow, this could be like a TV show. Like, this feels like we're living in a TV show. Yeah. And so it's been insane. The person who, I forgot his name, the person who did it, I think his name is Colin something. Anyway, the person who did it is apprehended. He didn't die, which is interesting because usually police officers, they tend to kill people who are shooters. But I mean, that's good. I don't think he should be dead. But anyway. So he's dealing with all that. He is the reality TV president. Exactly. And we're like living in a reality TV. We're like living it, like it. I wonder what it's like to live in a different country and look over here, I really wonder, because I'm like, wow, you must think we're all just like insane, which I mean, a lot of us are. But no, it is like a reality TV show. Essentially, that's what we're living in, because he's insane. And so there's so much going on. There's just so much going on. There's so many conspiracy theories. There's so many funny little memes. There's so much going on. But anyway, he's in jail. He's doing whatever. He's probably gonna be in the jail for the rest of his life. And it's funny because a lot of conservatives, like right off the bat, started blaming Hassan. But if you look back, this guy is actually he's like blue MAGA and like hated Hassan. So, you are my reality TV. That's right. You're in Canada, right? Pretty insane, but you affect us. No, exactly. You're right. That's the sad part, is like we do affect like the whole world. And we're gonna talk about the funny memes and everything and the conspiracy theories tonight. But something that's not funny is actually, like, I was watching Breaking Points earlier, and a couple other people, and the situation with the Strait of Hormuz is like actually really dire right now. And no one's talking about it, and we're kind of like in this standstill of like, are we in a ceasefire? Are we not? What's going on? And literally there are like countries who are like, dude, we only have a few weeks left of oil and we're gonna have to start rationing it. And there are people that are like you and like the market, the markets or whatever, the stock markets, they all look fine, but that's not reality. If you were someone who was like a shipper, or like you do the shipping containers or whatever that's called, if you were someone like that, you know that there's a huge problem going on. And so I was listening to all this morning and I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually really scary. And so our constant need for bloodshed, our constant need to take over and for imperialism is like could literally cause like a global food shortage. And that's insane. And you're right, it affects everyone, and that's what I was trying to get with that. Okay, since W. Bush, yeah, true, honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Craziness. Yeah. living here is even worse. Anyway, do you know what I had to do today? When I went to the doctor's office, I was so mad, and this gets me so mad every time I go to the doctor's office. We have to pay for parking. I have to pay for parking at the doctor's office. I'm not even joking with you. Every single time I do it, I lose my mind. I scream in my car, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is the most insane thing that I have ever heard of in my life. Anyway, we do that too. Do you really? Oh my God, it pisses me off for so many different reasons. I already don't like paying for parking. It just drives me crazy. And then like, when I had to do that, I was like, and every time I have to do it, and it's always, I guess it's just because it's like in the city. If you go to the county, it's not as common, I guess, because they just have parking lots everywhere. But it's just like, oh my God, like, this is ridiculous. This is insane. But anyway, so let's get into the fun stuff. I could keep going on a tirade about how much I hate paying for parking and how it's the stupidest thing in the whole entire world. And the simple fact that, like, I'm going to the doctor. I have to go to the doctor, and now I have to pay to park. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Insane. Okay, we're done. That's my rant for the day. All right. So let's look at Twitter. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm not super prepared. Usually I try to be. Today I'm not. Today we're just winging it, baby. So this should be fun. All right. So I just searched ballroom in Twitter, and we'll see. Actually, no, we're gonna do the White House Correspondents dinner first, and then we're gonna do ballroom, and then we'll just look through some videos I saved because they were funny. Anyway, everyone has conspiracy theories, right? One, because again, this keeps happening. This like keeps happening, and it's so funny because like it's not even like a huge news story anymore, right? Like right now it is, because it was the White House Correspondents dinner, but like the other two that happened, I don't even remember when they happened, but the other two that happened like last year, we don't talk about anymore. It doesn't matter. It's like whatever. And it's just strange. It's just strange that it just keeps happening. And Donald Trump, like, apparently, was super nonchalant through it all. Like, I don't know if the meme, I'll probably find the meme as we're going through this, but it's just weird. It's just weird. And so it is a little weird. And it is a little weird that apparently Trump picked to have like the lower side of security, and so he could have picked to have heightened security, but he didn't, and that is weird to me. I don't understand that part in particular. I don't know if I believe the conspiracy theories, but I will say I wouldn't put it past Trump to do something like this, because I think, okay, see, a lot of people think, oh, it's because of the ballroom, because everyone after this came out and Trump came out and was like, this is why we need a ballroom, which is stupid. But really, I wouldn't put it past him if he thought that he was getting super unpopular. And then he thought that like this would help him, or this would somehow like get people behind him, you know? Especially because this guy, you know, they keep saying he's like, oh, a radical, and the Democrats are radical, and they're radical language or whatever. And it's funny, this guy was like a centrist. He was like a centrist, you know, he was a centrist. He wasn't like this radical, you know, whatever, what have you, you know. It's funny because a lot of people think like PSL and DSA are these radical organizations, but what they do is they help you, you know, tangibly help your own community, your local community. And when you're like a centrist, what do you do but just say vote, you know, and just say vote blue no matter who, and then just like harp on voting, which voting is important, but you know, we should be door knocking, we should be doing phone banking, text banking, DSA, like my local DSA does like break like I can't talk today, brake light clinics. And so they fix people's brake lights for free because it's something that people get pulled over for, and they don't want people to have to they don't want as many people to interact with the police. And so they give free brake light clinics. It's hard to say like that. Anyway, it's hard to say like that. Anyway, you can tell I'm sleep deprived because I'm just kind of like, ugh. But yeah. Anyway, let's go through this. Okay. It's normal. Everyone knows he deserves it. Plus, they always lie. No, they do always lie. They consistently lie. Okay, so it says U.S. reporter spotted stealing expensive drinks during White House Correspondents dinner shooting. If that's real, that's hilarious. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's opportune time. I mean, come on. Although these are the same people that are probably like, oh, these looters, these whatever. Anyway, oh my God, why do they keep doing this stealing? I don't care. Okay. I guess this was the moment that it happened. So we can watch that. Let's see. It's not very loud. I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, that's the mentalist. I forgot there was a mentalist. So there was a mentalist there because usually there's comedians, right? And they make fun of everyone and it's funny. And Donald Trump is a baby. He's a baby. He's a snowflake. That's what he is. He's a snowflake and can't handle when he gets criticism. And so instead he brought a mentalist, which is like kind of, but then he was gonna do a speech and make fun of reporters. So it's like, this doesn't make any sense. So you can make the jokes and you can talk to people all crazy, but like nobody else can say anything to you. Like you can't take a joke, right? Like the most insecure baby man in the world. And so this is a mentalist. Apparently he was trying to guess Caroline Levitt's baby's name, and so that's what was going on. This is so stupid to me. This is so weird. Like, what kind? Listen, I'm not trying to be mean to this mentalist, okay? But like, what kind of entertainment is that? At a big event like this, is he just going to table to table? What is he doing? It doesn't make any sense to me. Dana Bash is implying Raskin Discourse is responsible. She is such an insane person. Dana Bash is such an insane person. Donald Trump, this is the stupidest part about all of this. Okay, I'm going to take myself off for a second. This is the stupidest part about all of this, is that everyone's like, oh, it's Hassan's fault, it's the Democrats' fault. First of all, the Democrats rarely, they're also blaming Hakeem Jeffries. They're like, oh, Hakeem Jeffries said it was, oh, this is war, we're gonna keep fighting this war. Donald Trump on True Social, on his own social media said, but like a couple weeks ago, said he was going to genocide an entire country. Right? He's also like, when Rob Reiner died, I was just watching a documentary about that the other day. When Rob Reiner died, he was like, this horrible person and da-da-da-da-da. And then he's consistently calling everyone horrible people. He was calling Iranians animals, which is racist and dehumanizing. And it's just like wild to me. I'm like, dude, you were sitting here saying, oh, the Democrats, how irresponsible, because they're saying, oh, we're going to keep fighting. This is war. We're going to keep fighting. Dude, Donald Trump on a daily basis has like 5 or 6 truths that are 10 times worse. 1,000,000 times worse than anything any Democrat has ever said. Okay? And that is because, and the reason nobody cares, the reason it's not front page news, the reason Dana Bash is over here just like, oh, whatever, is because they don't cover it, and he does it so often that it's just like expected, and they don't care, and they're just like, oh yeah, exactly, it's a joke, oh, he's just making a joke, it's just funny. It's not funny, and it's not a joke, and half the time he is serious. He calls AOC, he calls Ilhan Omar, he calls Hakeem Jeffries, all people of color, low IQ. He says the worst shit on a daily basis, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Because, oh, it's just Trump. That's just Trump. He's just a little crazy. Okay, well, how can you sit here and look at this man and be like, oh, the Democrats are the irresponsible ones. The Democrats are the ones who are making the temperature higher. It's ridiculous. And it's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. What do you mean? Like, oh, this is all their fault. No, the reason, I don't know why this guy did this, okay? Yeah, I don't know why. Obviously there's something wrong with him, okay? Listen, he had a manifesto. He said he wanted to kill everyone except for Kash Patel, which is hilarious. Kash Patel is having a really bad time recently. There's all these leaks about him always being drunk on the job, and him being like totally like freaking out that he thought he lost his job one day because there was like an IT error. Like complete just like crash out. Kash Patel is having a complete crash out, and now he's not even important enough to be in the manifesto. And apparently his girlfriend, who is like the sensational like country singer star, Patriot, she was holding the hand of another guy while this was all going down. There were so many funny things. The funniest part, I think, was Stephen Miller pushing his wife in front of him, and she's pregnant. There's a picture of that. We're gonna look at that. I was going somewhere with this, and I've totally forgotten where I was going. But yeah, no, it's just insane to blame the Democrats, and Trump is ridiculous to blame the Democrats. And God, I really had a point there, but then I totally forgot where I was going. Oh well. Oh well. So yeah, let's look at here. Okay, I don't care. Well, here, let's see, because he does, his face, they hear like booms, and apparently his face, he doesn't really like, he doesn't react. Oh, see right there, he's just kind of sitting, everyone else is scared, and he's just like sitting there. And then it takes them a second to get down. Okay. Anyway, so let's look at Stephen Miller. So let's look at Stephen Miller. All right. Wait, okay. This is Stephen Miller. Okay, I don't know what the background noise is, but this is Stephen Miller. All of these conservatives, all of them, every single one of them, they're all like, I'm a manly man, I'm gonna be the man in the relationship, I don't want to, they are toxic masculinity to the max. They're like, I need women to be in their place because I'm the man and I'm the protector and I'm the provider and all that other bullshit, right? Look at this man. His pregnant wife is like in front of him, almost as a shield. Look at this. This man is, oh my God. It's so funny to me. Because it's always the most insecure people that feel the need to like overcompensate and overemphasize, right? He has been, I'm manly, I'm the man. And here you are, not protecting your pregnant wife. No. putting her in front of you as your shield almost. Wild. Funniest shit in the world. Funniest shit in the world. I think it's hilarious. It's exactly who I believe Stephen Miller to be. Like, I totally, this does not surprise me whatsoever. Like, this is who he is. Most of these people, most of them, don't care about anybody else but themselves. And that includes his pregnant wife. That's what it includes. Telling ya. Nah, they bitches. Exactly. Okay, so yeah, that was the, although I think that this person is trying to, okay, so it says this image is spreading rapidly as people begin to realize who's watching from behind the curtain. It looks like Trump. It looks like Trump is watching from behind the curtain, which, if that is true, then maybe there's a conspiracy theory. He was telling the reporter that he wanted to watch he wanted to see what was going on. Why? Like, are you not afraid of getting shot? Like, what?
The end is near.
I don't know what they're doing. That is Trump. Right?
And so I face the final curtain.
I have no idea who this is. Okay. There's another one. Okay. So I see now, apparently he's on drugs. I don't know. I don't know. But Hassan says, holy shit, look at this, look at his jaw. The man is zooted, head on a swivel, skating for this. I love how they think this man is actually competent, whoever this is, Grampy. I think it's hilarious you think this man is actually competent. Like, I think it's hilarious that you think this man is searching for threats. Okay. Okay. Head on a swivel, skating for threats. You can tell he's furious. Okay, wait, I want to see. So apparently, I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying, but apparently if you look at his jaw, right here, I guess he is kind of like moving his tongue. What's he doing? I don't know, but apparently that means he's on drugs. I guess some people were saying it's like either ecstasy or coke or I don't know. This man must really love him. Oh, okay, this person says he's drawing he's jawing from some premium Peruvian marching powder. In other words, he's obviously high on cocaine. You people are so sheltered and stupid. No wonder you continue to deport. Who is this? This gay Israeli scam government. Okay. Gramby, Peruvian marching powder. How would you know? Okay. Man, Gramby, you just really are out here simping for Pete Hegseth. Huh? You just really love Pete Hegseth. Weird opinion. Okay, that was funny. Okay, oh wait. Let's listen to Katie Miller. Oh, do you know what I was gonna get to? That was my point earlier when I was saying that that this guy who went to go kill Trump, or went to go kill or assassinate his cabinet. He wanted to assassinate like everyone except for Kash Patel. I don't know how he thought he was gonna do that, but essentially he was just like a centrist, and so like it's weird to me that they don't like. The centrists are so milquetoast. I mean, if he thought he needed to do this because Hakeem Jeffrey said, "Oh, this is war," or Jamie Raskin said Donald Trump is bad for the country, then I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. Like, he was just a normie Dem that obviously had some issues. And instead of trying to do something to help his community, he went and did nothing instead of trying to kill people, which I don't think is the smartest idea, nor do I think it really helps anything, because if Trump, okay, sorry. If Trump was assassinated, or if his cabinet was assassinated, first of all, Chuck Grassley would have been our president, because the whole entire, I don't even, whatever, whatever it's called, going down, like, who would take the presidency, chain of command or chain of order or whatever. Like, literally, Chuck Grassley was the only one who wasn't there, and so he would be the president, which is crazy. But that's not even the point. Like, the point of it is, if, like, assassinating Trump or whatever, or trying to hurt Trump or the Trump administration isn't going to do anything. like this is an ideology that is in America. This is an ideology that's been in America. And he is just the vehicle that the current billionaires and current capitalist class is using to get their agenda across. And Christian fascists that are using to get their agenda across. Like, they can, like, Trump is not the only person that can do these things, right? He's not a unique evil. They could find someone who's actually probably more competent to do a lot of these things. So, like, unfortunately, this guy just thought that Trump was the end all be all, and these are just uniquely evil people. I mean, they are evil people, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other evil people in the wings waiting for their time to shine, you know? So it's not uniquely, like, it's not because of Trump. It's not because of his administration. This is something that has been festering for a very long time in this country. And so doing something like this just doesn't really accomplish anything. And it's not helping anyone or anything. I will say it is interesting how many people don't believe this. And it's interesting to me how the Republicans are now reacting that they're on the other side of the coin, right? So for so long, it was always, like, the Republicans are the conspiracy theorists, and they're out here making all these conspiracy theories about everything, and they're going after everyone and all this other kind of stuff. And now the shoe is on the other foot, and now all these liberals, all these people on the left are like, I don't believe it, you know? And I'm sure there's people on the right too, and they're like, I don't believe it. And they're like, how dare they believe this is a conspiracy theory? And and it's like, you have fostered the environment we are currently in. You, like, Fox News almost single-handedly fostered the environment that we're in right now, where no one believes in facts and no one believes that facts exist. Like, they have almost single-handedly fostered this environment. So it's crazy that they're now being like, oh, I can't believe they're saying it's a conspiracy theory. How dare they? What do you mean? Like, you set the groundwork for this. So we'll watch this. He wanted to use buckshots. That makes no sense. Fox is the enemy. Yes. He covered the only part of her body he cares about. That's really funny. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, so let's see.
No, and some of his premier complaints are then of immigration, which, as we know, is near and dear to my husband's heart. And so that moment...
Okay, I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with anything. But she said about immigration, which is near and dear to my husband's heart. Dude, your husband is a Nazi. Your husband is a fucking fucking not see, okay? This man is literally, near and dear to your heart. He's a fascist. He is locking people up in detention camps, in detention camps, and people have been dying. There have been tons of people who've either disappeared or died in these detention centers, which are, essentially concentration camps. What? near and dear to his heart. He's people are dying. What do you mean near and dear to his heart? Psychopaths, just all of them are just insane.
When the detail came up, I said, oh, well, this must be real and I should be walking very quickly. And again, it's like, how do you stand up 8 months pregnant from the floor? You really can't without help. So my dear husband lifts me up, and Brian, who's our detail, says to Stephen, she goes first, and so I went first because the threat was behind us. And so what everyone sees is my husband maybe coughing a feel. But what I would say is that he wasn't going to put his hands on my stomach because that's where our baby is. Yeah. And so he just moved his hands upward. And of course, you don't notice that.
Okay, sure. Okay. Sure. Okay, sure. Whatever you say, girl. I don't believe it. Because if there's anything, this is something I don't believe 100%. I totally believe that this man does not give a shit about anybody else but himself. 1000%.
In the moment, and later that night, I see it on X, and there's this very funny post, and I look at Steven and I was like, did you really need to do that? And he's like, what did I do?
Nice cop to feel on the way out of the ballroom. Katie, what they were saying was that Steven was using you as a human shield. I'm sorry. I saw that and I said, they're really desperate at this point. I mean, now they're just trying anything.
Is that desperate? Is it desperate? These are some of the messiest human beings alive, okay? Some of the messiest human beings alive. You have all these conservative influencers coming out now being like, you won't believe the parties they have. They're constantly doing drugs and all this other kind of stuff, which is so funny because Fox News and all these conservative outlets always try to make people on the left seem so scary, and they're demonic, and they're like heathens, they're undecent, right? And they want you to believe in this purity, that you have to, in this purity culture, and that you have to be like a pure person, and family roles, and it's just all this 1950s bullshit, right? And they want to portray that. They want everyone to follow that so bad. And yet they are the messiest. They're the messiest people. They're the messiest fucking people. And it's so true. It's so true. Because here you have Pete Hegseth on drugs, as there's you have him on drugs, as there's a shooting at the White House Correspondents' dinner, which the whole chain of command was there. Everyone but Chuck Grassley was there, and you have him just completely out of his mind on drugs. What do you mean? Are these family values? Is this family values? What is this? And so it's just, it's wild. It's wild to me. And, it doesn't surprise me, but you have all of these conservative, and a lot of them are women, which is funny that they wanted to be conservative influencers. But then once they started getting treated wrong, now they're like, oh, you won't believe all the crazy things they do. It's no, I do believe it. I 1000% believe it. They're always the ones who do this, but it's so funny to me that they want people to believe that they all love each other, and oh my gosh, he just really wanted to make sure I'm safe. I don't know. I don't think he cares at all, nor do I think you care. I don't think either of you care about each other at all, really. I don't think any of you care about anybody else in that room. I think you all care about yourselves and your power, and that's it, really, truthfully, that's it. That's all I think you care about. Yeah, anyway, I would have put my hand on the belly, maybe to protect the fetus. Well, exactly. It's so weird. And why would he not? Like, why would that be a weird thing to put his hand on her belly? I don't know. I don't get it. I think they're trying to save face. Okay, we're gonna go back over here. Let's see. Is there anything fun over here? Oh yeah, Trump wanted to keep the White House. He wanted to keep the White House Correspondents' dinner going right after the shooting, which is insane because isn't it like a crime scene at that point? Like the shooter wasn't able to make it up to the level where everyone was, but he got a room in the hotel. And actually in his manifesto, he kept saying, oh my God, you won't believe how there's like no security here. Which is insane. It's like, there's like no security here. And he's like, you won't believe it. And so and on Fox News, they tried to relate that to, I guess, Biden. When Biden was president, there was a White House Correspondents' dinner in that same hotel. And there was a pro-Palestine protester. And they tried to like equate it. I'm like, this is totally different. What? There's a difference between protesting and shooting up a place. There's a difference. But of course at Fox News, they're like equating the two. They're like, yeah, it's crazy that this happened at the same hotel. What? What? Anyway, and so this guy, he got a room at the hotel, which is wild that they have it at a hotel, but they have it at a hotel. They have this dinner at a hotel, and he was able to like get into the lobby and like try to get upstairs because he already had a hotel room like a day before. And so that's how he was able to get in. But Trump was like, oh, I want to stay, which is crazy. Because again, at that point, they have to do like an investigation, and I'm sure people are scared and it's traumatizing. Although all these people, it's funny, all the people with all this power could actually do something tangible about it. They really could do something about it. They could do something about the sheer amount of guns that we have in this country. They could do anything about it, really. And so I still don't think after experiencing this that they will do anything about it. It's just interesting that all these people, the people who have the power to do something about it, probably won't. And they now have to experience this too. And so that's the other thing is a lot of reporters are like, and I'm sure it is traumatizing, but a lot of reporters are just like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. I can't believe it. And it's like, I do get it. It is traumatizing for them, but it's also like, yeah, little children have to go through this all the time. Like I in my latest, hello. It was the Hilton Hotel for years. This is not the first time. Yeah, that's what I've heard that like other people have gotten in. I guess there was an attempt on Ronald Reagan's life at the same hotel. Crazy. But what was I going to say now? Oh, I forgot. What was I going to say? We were talking about, oh my God, I always forget. Oh wait, it needs to, okay. Sorry, I was trying to get it to focus again. But, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me today? I haven't gotten a lot of sleep this weekend, so I'm a little out of it. But okay, anyway, so we were talking about the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and now, yes. Okay, little kids have to go through this all the time, right? Like, there are school shootings all the time. In my last members video, I was talking about The Drama, and The Drama is a really, really good movie, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, okay? I don't want to spoil it, but it's a really, really good movie, and it's about, like, school shootings, and something that just really took me, I got chills, right? And I saw this story right before bedtime, and I was like, F that. But so The Drama is about like school shootings, right? And it's a really good movie, but something that they mentioned that gave me like chills when I was in the movie theater is that, they gave a statistic, and I don't remember the statistic, but it was like, this many school shootings happen every day or every hour or whatever in America. And it was a big number. Okay. And so it's like, how many people, plausibly there are tons of people who have thought about doing it but haven't, or have maybe almost done it, but then something happened and they didn't. And it was just like striking to hear, because it's something, like, if you live in America, it's something that you think about consistently. Anytime you go somewhere, anytime, like literally anytime I go to the movie theaters, anytime you go somewhere, it's something that's in the back of your mind, that you are like aware of, right? And it's something that so many people have, not like experienced themselves, but like people around them have. Like my high school, there was a school shooting at my high school a couple years ago, and I didn't go there. Like of course I had already graduated and everything like that, but there was one years later, and so I didn't experience it, but like I know of people who did. And so that's what I'm saying. Like almost everyone now, I feel like, has some sort of like connection to one in some way. Maybe they haven't experienced it, but they know people who have. And that's what's so insane about all of this, is that it's kind of just become like a normal part of American life. And to the point, and it's so interesting listening to a lot of these journalists and a lot of these politicians and just a lot of these people who are in power, who are, a part of the 1%, who a lot of the times feel like they don't have to, they're like above a lot of that, right? They don't have to deal with that. They feel like they have more security in their lives, right? And I think this, of course, has shattered that. But it's interesting listening to them and hearing what they say. And you're like, I feel for you. Like, I'm sure it was traumatizing, but also like, yeah, do you know how many people have gone through this in this country? Do you know how many people consistently go through this and nothing has happened? And you in this room full of people with an insane amount of power, all of you have done virtually nothing to stop it. And now it's gotten to the point where it's affecting you and it's coming to your doorstep. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But this is, I don't know why you can't believe it. Like I can 1000% believe this is happening, because this is what America is. We are a violent nation that is consistently doing violence overseas and doing violence to each other. Our whole system is violent to basically everyone who's not in the 1% or in the access of power. And so and so to blame like Democrats' rhetoric, or to blame like Hassan saying their rhetoric is just crazy, and that's how he got this idea, is stupid, because no, it's not how he got this idea. Do you know how this person probably got this idea? Of the million other shootings that have happened in this country, and people thought that that's how they had to deal with the problem. That is how we are here, because people in this country, when they have a problem that they feel like they can't fix, they seem to tend to go to guns, because that's the culture in this country. That is what we have cultivated in this country. And it's violent, and it's crazy. It's traumatizing. Yeah, all right. That's my other little rant for today. Okay. All because we were going to watch this clip. Okay, so he wanted to do this again. He wants to do the White House Correspondents' dinner again. He didn't want to leave. And so this is him saying they were going to reschedule. But there was like someone from the board of the White House Correspondents on a news station the other night. And she was like, yeah, this took like a year to plan. I don't know how they're going to do it again in 30 days.
The man has been captured. They're going to his apartment. I guess he lives in California. And he's a sick person, a very sick person. And we don't want things like this to happen. I think it's very important that I say, though, And I told the representatives of the evening, they did such a beautiful job. It was such a beautiful evening. And again, they're talking about free speech in our Constitution. That's what it's all about, not just...
Yeah, famously, you love free speech in the Constitution. Famously. Even though ICE has killed people because of their free speech, and you hate the Constitution and go against it every day.
White House Correspondents, it was really based on free speech in our Constitution. But I said very importantly that we'll do it again within the next 30 days, and we'll make it bigger and better and even nicer. So I just want to thank everybody that was involved. I also want to thank the press, the media. You've been very responsible in your coverage. I will say I've been seeing what's been out. You've been very responsible.
Yeah, he's probably talking about Dana Bash because she's blaming all the Democrats. And then he's coming out here. God, I hate him. He's coming out here and he's like, yeah, there were liberals, there were Republicans, and it was kind of a unifying moment. Like, okay, bullshit. And now everyone's like, oh wow, his demeanor changed. This man has been on a crazy tangent spree on Truth Social for the past 2 weeks. He says one sentence of, oh wow, Republicans and Democrats were both in the same room and were traumatized by a shooting. And he's like, wow, it really unified us. And now they're like, oh my God, fawning all over him. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're like fawning all over this man. You're like, I can't believe it. He's unifying. Dude, what the fuck are you saying? This man has been on a tear. He has been crashing out on the timeline for the past 2 weeks. He is the president of the United States, and he is crashing out online. That in and of itself is insane. But the shit, but threatening to genocide an entire country, and then he says one sentence about, oh, it was a unifying night, and everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. What? How do people not have object permanence with this man? I don't get it. Him saying one sentence about, oh, it was a unifying night does not mean he's anyone different. He didn't suddenly become presidential tonight, whatever the fuck Van Jones wants to say. No, he is crazy. He is losing his mind. He doesn't know what he's doing or saying half the time. He's fallen asleep during meetings. He's fallen asleep during when he's signing whatever. And so it's like, no. Why are we letting him off the hook because he said one okay thing, one halfway decent thing? He says one halfway decent thing, and that's so rare that when he says it, people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's ridiculous. So stupid. Okay, so let's see. Everyone's like worried. Oh yes. So this is JD Vance getting taken out before Trump, which I think is interesting. That and Trump said, oh, it's because I wanted to stay. But no. Let's take this back. Because Trump is right there, and you can see that this guy kind of gave them a look of like, why did you get him first? Like, what the hell? I don't listen. Look, okay, look. That guy. And then they run and they get him. I guess, and the excuse is, oh, he was closer to the, and then he fell. Look, he fell. He totally fell. He's been saying he didn't fall. Okay, so Trump, when asked about this, he said he didn't fall, right? He said he did not fall. He said that he didn't want to leave. And then he wanted to stay to see what is going on. And then he didn't want to leave. And then he said that he wanted to stand up so he could see what was going on, but then they told him to get down. and that's him explaining this, but he fell and they did not get him first. So Yeah, he totally fell. Totally fell. Because they're all trying to hide him, too. Okay, well, I guess he has to do that so he doesn't get shot. I guess that's what it is. Yeah. No, they totally forgot him. He's like, what the fuck? Okay, and then they got him. And then he fell. He totally fell. Oh my god, I could watch that like a million times. It was fun. Okay, wait. We'll watch it one more time. Where? Where's it at? He totally fell. He totally fell. He totally fell. That's so funny. That is so funny. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, yeah, so this is what he said. This is what I'm talking about.
You see the security moving quickly, within seconds, grabbing the vice president by his coat, lifting him up, bringing him out. Then the counter assault comes in. Took 10 seconds for them to flank you, Mr. President, and then 20 seconds to get you out. It looked chaotic. At one point, you were down. What was happening?
Well, what happened is it was a little bit me. I wanted to see what was happening, and I wasn't making it that easy for him. I wanted to
There's no way that
see
happened.
what was going on.
There's no way that happened. In the chaos, there's no way that happened. If you just watch that video, there's no way he was telling them he wanted to stay. Because they just like came out, and that one guy looked surprised that they didn't go to the president first. I don't think he knew in that moment that they took JD first. And so it's crazy. He's like, oh, well, I wanted to stay. I don't, how are you able to tell that guy that? He didn't, like, no, there's no way. I mean, of course he's lying, but it's just funny.
And by that time, we started to realize maybe it was a bad problem, different kind of a problem, bad one. And different than what would be normal noise from a ballroom, which you hear all the time. And I was surrounded by great people, and I probably made them act a little bit more slowly. I said, wait a minute, let me see, wait a minute. So, I'm telling guys.
Just at that moment where it looks like you go sort of down with the service, you were telling them to wait?
Well, I know what happened is then I started walking with them. I started walking, and they said, please go down on the floor. So I went down, and First Lady went down also, but we were asked to go down by the agents as I was walking. In other words,
They wanted you almost to crawl
I was
out.
standing up, pretty much. I was standing up and then turned around the opposite direction and started pretty much walking out
You were walking and then you fell. You were walking and then you fell.
tall, a little bent over because I'm not looking to be standing too tall. And but I was walking out. It was about halfway there, and they said, "Please go down to the floor. Please go down to the floor."
No, because then they brought him back up. Because when he fell, they had to bring him back. They had to help him back up.
So I dropped to the floor. So did the First Lady.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so here's how the intruder passed the Secret Service and attempted to assassinate Donald Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Okay, let's start that over. So that's something that even President Trump has talked about. I hate calling him President Trump, but Trump, even though this is something that Trump has talked about, where he's like, the NFL should try to pick him up. He runs so fast. Yeah, obviously that's not happening. Apparently he worked at NASA, and I'm like, man, crazy that this crazy. But the reason also what was in his manifesto, the reason he said he wanted to do this, because he was tired of giving money or being not being an accomplice to this pedophile administration. And I was like, okay. Wild. Just what a wild person. Okay. So he's running. He does run fast. That was fast. Although to me, it's funny because he apparently had like all these knives and guns, and he had a lot of knives on him, and he really thought that like he was gonna make it through, and I guess get close enough to them that he was gonna like kill them with a knife, which is delusional. Like the simple fact that he thought he could do this and like actually accomplish what he was setting out to accomplish is delusional. And the fact that he brought knives is also delusional. I mean, the whole thing is delusional. Like, to think that to come to this conclusion is delusion. But yeah. Here, okay, let's watch that again. Let's watch. He does run fast. He does run fast, but then yeah, they shoot at him. I don't know what, like, to me that's just dumb. I don't know, like he really thought that he was gonna do it too, and I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. AI. This is AI? That is AI. Check the cap of the guy in the center. Oh, it says cap cut. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Oh my god. I know. Well, isn't there one where he does run fast? That's the whole thing. Is this it? It looks similar, but I don't know what... I wonder what they did on that one in AI. Huh. Maybe they like enhanced it. Because it looks kind of similar, but he runs really fast. Anyway. This bitch. Olivia Reingold. She... Emma was talking of, I think it was Emma, I forgot who it was. No, it was Crystal Ball. She's like, of course, Olivia Reingold, there's a shooting, and the first thing she does is like put the camera on herself. And is like putting the camera on herself as she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Terrifying. A few ground shaking knocks by my seat at the White House Correspondents' dinner. Unclear of shooting. I am okay. We are trying to exit now. Okay, I just want to make it clear. It's not funny that there was a shooting. It's just their reactions to it and how they have responded and dealt with it is funny. It's funny. It is. It's objectively funny. Because we're being ruled by a clown show. Apparently Iran thinks Iran. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Apparently Iran thinks it's a stage too.
White House dinner just went down. Had to control everything. LMAO.
I don't know if this music is copywritten. But did you? Drama still hit anyway. No comedians. Snowflake ego so fragile. Can't handle the smoke. Hire the mentalist so you don't get roasted, bro. Control the whole show. You only have one to blame. No comedians. No comedians. Super fragile snowflake. Country going broke. MAGA waking up. They see the joke. You control. You don't control Iran. No food, no crumbs on the plate. Prices too high. Empty plates. Political pie in the sky. Shots fired. Whole place got swatted out. SWAT team rushed. Chicken Little freaking out. Diaper change, cover up, staging the whole scene. Every time your polls drop low, you pull the same scheme. You know what? That's kind of what I was saying in the beginning. No, I was like, listen, I don't think this is staged, but if it was, I don't know if it would be for the ballroom necessarily. I think it would be because, yeah, his polls are going low. Because I feel like this happens every so often when he gets kind of unpopular, or people don't really like, or people are kind of like tired of hearing about him, or he's not as, you know what I'm saying, when he's not as popular. This tends to happen. Each time, I feel like it's happened a few times now where it's like he was a little unpopular, this happened, and then, his cult got behind him. And so I do think I do think that is an interesting, I do think that's interesting. I still don't think it was staged, but I wouldn't put it past them. And I also wouldn't, like, I was watching Breaking Points this morning and Sagar was like, you really think they would do it for a ballroom? Yes. Yes, I do. You want to know why? Because I do. Because I think they're this dumb. I do. I think they're this dumb. I think they're this superficial. I do. I think Trump is this egotistical. I really sincerely think that they would do it for a ballroom because they're so, of course I do. But again, I don't think it's staged. But if there were a reason, I do think that it would be because of his popularity. But apparently there's going to be like a bunker underneath this ballroom as well. So that's where a lot of the other conspiracy theories are coming from, are like, well, why does he want this bunker? What are they doing? And he's admitted that they're building out like a bunker down there and it's going to be some like military thing. And he's admitted that. He has like said that out loud. And so it is kind of weird that right after this happened, the whole narrative from the whole entire right wing was, we need a ballroom. We need a ballroom. One of the first things that Trump said was like, we need this. If we had a ballroom, this wouldn't happen. And so it is interesting that they really want this ballroom to happen so much, and they have admitted that there is like a bunker underneath. So that is questionable. That is questionable, I gotta say. It really is. It really is. The cat morph in the bandana. Oh, okay. They don't have to stage it, just let it happen. No, exactly. That's why I don't think it's staged, because I think that this whole administration is just pure chaos, because all of the people who are doing this are insanely incompetent, egotistical, power-hungry maniacs. That's what they all are. And I don't think, like, all of them are out for themselves. And so that doesn't like lend to actually getting a lot accomplished. I feel, well, I mean, they have been getting a lot accomplished, but that doesn't lend to, I feel like, successfully following whatever, their plan, Project 2025. They've been doing a good job at it, but I just think that this will all unravel, yes, on their own. I think this will become a chaotic shit show, and they're ruining their own reputation. They're ruining their own popularity. They're doing that on their own, all on their own. Now they're infighting and they're having all these issues. And like you said, they're doing that all on their own. And so I truly believe that they are going to, they're going to eat themselves from the inside, and they're going to destruct themselves from the inside, because they are just that toxic, and they're just that I do, and incompetent. And so I do think that they don't, of course I would love to help them unwind this insane regime, but I don't think that they need a whole lot of help doing that. But I will say is that, I will say that it's interesting that everyone thinks it's staged, because people just don't believe them anymore, because that's how much people don't like them. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't think it's staged either. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. So I don't think it's staged either, but I do think it's funny, because another reason that I was saying, this centrist went after Donald Trump because he thought that Donald Trump was the end all be all. He was the big evil. All these people around him were the big evil. And that it wasn't the system that was responsible for creating the situation we're in right now, right? It wasn't this duopoly, this corporatism that got us into the situation we're in. He thought that he was the end all be all, so he thought that if he got rid of him, then everything would be fine, which is not the truth. It's not the truth. Right? We're still gonna have we would still have this capitalistic system. We would still have a duopoly. All of these things would still exist after Trump, right? And That's why I said, I was like, he is just the vehicle for this Christian fascism. That's what he is. Trump is just the vehicle for this Christian fascism. He, I don't particularly think he's very religious. I just think he wants the power and the notoriety, right? And so that's what he wants. But I do think that if they had someone more a little bit competent, that they probably could get a lot more done, right? And Trump is like losing his goddamn mind and making stupid decisions because he's losing his goddamn mind. But I do think that there could be a conspiracy to get J.D. Vance to become president, and that's why they took him out first. That's an interesting one. Again, I don't believe it, but yes. But yes. Okay. Same as JFK, same as 9/11. But he doesn't. But he don't have the opportunity to take down the entire system. This guy did what he could. Yeah. I mean, you're right. He doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do think he could have done it in more productive ways. Like, I don't find this to be super productive personally. Yeah. I don't. But it has made for some funny memes. But yeah, I do think that could also be a conspiracy that again, I don't believe them, but I do think that also could be a conspiracy because they're like, they want to save JD Vance, but not, not Trump. Okay. Anyway, so let's look at the ballroom. So King Charles, they were asking him if he was going to postpone this visit because of everything that happened, and he said no. And so King Charles still came. If I was King Charles, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this. But apparently he's talking to King Charles about the ballroom. Again, he's just on this ballroom shit right now. There are memes with I gotta get on Instagram because there are some funny memes on Instagram. There are some memes that where Abraham Lincoln is in the theater and he's getting shot, and the last thing he said is, "If I only had a ballroom." It's so funny. But yeah, apparently he's talking to King Charles about the ballroom. Okay, well, that was stupid. Why did he post this? You can't even hear anything. Okay, all right. Anyway, shooting at the White House Correspondents' dinner, and all these cultists instantly start talking about Trump's ballroom. Unfortunately, the First Lady and I had to be evacuated from the White House Correspondents' dinner alongside the President and the entire cabinet. This event is yet another reason that President Donald Trump's ballroom should be built. Okay, Libs of TikTok, this is why we need Trump's ballroom. Okay, who else? Meghan McCain. I don't want to hear one more fucking criticism of Trump's new ballroom at the White House. Oh my God. And then someone in the comments is saying this you, and it's a meme of him saying the capitalist blood thing. Hassan, that's hilarious. Trump also brings up the ballroom at the press conference, saying this incident proves its necessity. Oh my God, I'm dropping a bill tomorrow. Let's build the ballroom. Rand Paul. Oh my God. Okay, the White House. Build the White House ballroom. It's like build the wall. This is getting a little ridiculous. What happened last night is exactly the reason that our great military, Secret Service, law enforcement, and for different reasons, every president for the last 150 years have been demanding that a large, safe, and secure ballroom be built on the grounds of the White House. This event would have never have happened with the military top secret ballroom currently under construction at the White House. It cannot be built fast enough. While beautiful, it has every highest security level feature there is. Plus, there are no rooms sitting on top for unsecured people to pour in, and is inside the gates of the most secure building in the world, the White House. The ridiculous ballroom lawsuit brought by a woman walking her dog who has absolutely no standing to bring such a suit must be dropped immediately. Nothing should be allowed to interfere with this and its construction, which is on budget and substantially ahead of schedule. 3 exclamation points. Thank you. It probably says President Donald J. Trump. Yeah, that's really funny. It is like really weird that they're pushing this ballroom thing. And now I don't think that means it's staged. What I think is they're opportunist, and so they're using this to push the ballroom. What I think is insidious is like, okay, this obviously at this point probably isn't just a ballroom, and he's admitted as much. He's talked about how there was like going to be a bunker down there and military stuff down there. So I'm like, okay, so what is this actually? Like, what is this actually? I don't like this. And I don't like that. Like, it's just really weird that all of you seem to be on the same page and want this ballroom now. And it's this big deal, you know? Like, I don't trust this. And not in the sense, again, not in like the conspiracy theory sense, but like in the sense of, why do they want this so bad? What is the purpose, right? And it can't be just because it's a ballroom. And it's just very weird. It's very weird that this is now the talking point that everyone's doing. The messaging is coordinated 100%. What is this? The world's most expensive man cave? That's hilarious. I love that. Okay, let's see. So, all right. Okay. Reveal. Okay, wait. This is going to be funny. Revealed, the ballroom and radical leftism psyops are cover for a Stargate Command underground data center and Palantir style mass surveillance state. What the hell? Okay, I don't know. I don't think it's an AI data center because that doesn't make any sense. But the ballroom, Trump is building a 90,000 square foot ballroom with 1,000 person capacity, hardly adequate for the White House Correspondents' dinner, which was attended by oh my god, I can't talk today, which was attended by 2,600 people, but we're told that we need the ballroom in order to host events like the White House Correspondents' dinner in the future. Bullshit. So I guess they were being, I can't tell if they were being funny when they said the radical left. I guess this is funny because he has this weird, I can't tell. Wait, is he a senator? Neo-federalist, American First Nationalist. Oh, so is he like a Nick Fuentes guy? Okay. So that's why he was saying revealed, the ballroom and the radical leftism psyops are a cover for Stargate. What? Oh, he's saying that the shooter was a radical left psyop. Okay. Anyway, we'll get back to it. I'm just confused there for a second. Okay, cost and location. The cost is ballooned to over 300 to 400 million for this event. Are we paying for that? Of course we're paying for it. What? I have to pay. I'm getting back to this. I have to pay to park to go to the effing doctor's office, and they're spending $300 million on a dinner? Oh my god. What? Okay, we're told it's being privately funded and being sold on that as being a good thing that won't cost the taxpayers. Here's the reality. Private funding means no congressional oversight. They're talking about, I thought they meant for the White House Correspondents' dinner. They're just talking about for the ballroom. I mean, even still, it's ridiculous. But, like, I thought they were talking about the White House Correspondents' dinner. I was like, are you kidding me? What? That's insane. I don't even want to know how much they spent on that because it probably still is insane. It's probably an insane amount of money still. Okay, here's the reality. Private funding means no congressional oversight or appropriations, no budget hearings, no public scrutiny. That is true. I don't want to give it to this Nick Fuentes guy, but like that is true. That is also true. Furthermore, when infrastructure is a part of the executive office of the president at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, it can be classified under executive privilege. The entire executive branch will be able to run this data center without oversights or checks and balances. I don't think it's a data center. I don't think it's a data center. Like, they already have mass surveillance on us. I don't think this is a data center. I do think it's a bunker, and if I'm not mistaken, I remember Trump specifically calling it a bunker that they're building underneath there. Project Stargate, but this is one of the conspiracy theories. I guess this is the conspiracy theory on the right. So on the right, they're saying it's like an AI data center, and on the left, it's just like staged for polls and to build the ballroom. Okay, on January 21st, 2025, shortly after the inauguration, Trump stood with Larry Ellison and Sam Altman to announce Project Stargate, a $500 billion initiative to build data centers and AI infrastructure. They're certainly doing that. Oh, I forgot to update you guys. So, I know like something that we've been talking about like here locally in St. Louis that I've been telling you about is the AI data oh my god, why can't I talk today? AI data center across from like literally right across from me. And so our mayor, and I've never really liked her. I'm just kind of going, I've been like, I don't know, she's done some okay things, most of the time she doesn't. And do you know what she did? So this whole entire time they've been pushing it down the road, right? And because they've been getting a lot of pushback, they've been getting a lot of protests. And so the mayor and the city council, they just keep pushing it down the road. And then the other day, I think it was last week, she just pushed it through. And she just said, yeah, we can have a data center. And she just like pushed it through. And yeah. So now there's going to be a data center here. So yeah, it sucks. Not happy about it, and I don't like her. We did talk about how she arrested people at her state of the city or whatever, and I mean she's just gonna keep getting protested, and I think she should expect that because like literally the whole entire community came out and told you they didn't want this. Everyone has been telling you they don't want this. The only people that want this are Ameren, which is our electricity company here. They're the only people that want this, and she just like pushed it through. So yeah, speaking of AI data centers, circling back to the ballroom, why would it cost $300 million ballooning upwards to $400 million now? None. But an underground bunker data center, what kind of underground facility costs that much? Okay, I think it's a bunker again, not data center. Anyway, this is, oh my Jesus Christ, why are people writing books on Twitter? Okay. All right, so then this is Wash. So what's really happening with this ballroom? All right, everyone's on the ballroom thing.
The fact that he went 10 flights down a stairwell and came out right by the entrance, to the stairwell to go into the ballroom is insane. You had no ID requirement to get in the building. There was no list to verify attendees.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's kind of also on the Secret Service, right? That's kind of like on you guys too, right? Like, why didn't you have, like, why did you have such a low level of security? like that doesn't make any sense.
They barely looked at your ticket, and there were no magnetometers anywhere except right outside the ballroom, and you had numerous pre-dinner receptions. I mean, frankly, if this guy had come down earlier and tried to go cause damage in the dinner receptions, he could have caused mass casualties. So yes. There are a lot of issues, and to your point, when you go to the White House, you need ID. You need to be on a pre-approved list. You cannot just walk in. Obviously, everybody goes through magnetometers before you even get on site. And, that protocol needs to be applied, especially when you have the president at a major event.
Yeah, but then why didn't you do it? This is what then what's the difference between a ballroom? Yeah, because it's in the White House, but I'm pretty sure you could have done something like that here. and you just didn't. So like, I'm not understanding how the ballroom is gonna help. I'm not understanding how the ballroom is like this like, oh, we have to have it. Nothing could ever happen in a ballroom. What? Like, obviously it's not about a ballroom. Like, I will say, I do believe that obviously it's not about a ballroom. Like, obviously there's something else happening here, and it's not about just a ballroom, because this is the coordinated response here, the insane response of like, this is why we need a ballroom, and like everything's gonna be safe in the ballroom. What? Like, just like everything that happens now, he's gonna be like, this is why we need a ballroom. This is why we need a ballroom. It's crazy.
Like this, and especially after now 3 assassination attempts. So yes, a ballroom.
I think it's 4. Or was there 3 and then this was the 4th? I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of times. I can't remember when it was the first time. And we were all like, oh my God, this is wild. And then it happened like 3 more times, and we're all like, yeah, I mean, this has happened so many times.
Is imperative for a lot of reasons. I mean, look at tomorrow night. We're going to have a state dinner in a tent on the South Lawn. It's absurd.
It's absurd. Oh, wait. Okay, let's see what KKK Caroline Levitt, as the I've had it ladies like to say. Let's see what she says. Okay, so what does this person say? They say, after today's White House press briefing, it is clear that the shooting was staged. Okay, so we had the right-wing conspiracies. Now we're having the left-wing conspiracies. Okay, after today's White House press briefing, it is clear that the shooting was staged, not only to get Trump his ballroom, but also to frame Trump and his entire administration as victims during a moment when they are waging illegal wars, bombing children, and funding genocide. Let's hear what she says.
As I told many of you on Friday afternoon, I thought that would be my last time taking your questions until after my maternity leave. But given the attempted assassination of the...
Who's going to take her space? I wonder who's going to take her... Who's going to take over for Caroline Levitt, I wonder. That'll be interesting. I'm interested to see who's going to take over for her.
President and, quote, top Trump administration officials, as the depraved shooter noted in his manifesto at the White House Correspondents Association dinner on Saturday evening. I felt it was prudent to be here today to answer your questions and inform the American people about how the administration is responding to yet another attempt on President Trump's life. Saturday was supposed to be a joyful evening, celebrating free speech and the First Amendment with all of you, members of the press. Instead, the night was hijacked by a crazed anti-Trump individual who traveled...
They're saying crazed. I mean, listen, obviously I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I personally don't think you have to be in your right mind to do something like that. But like, also to call him like crazed is also a little interesting, because from all appearances, he was just like a normal person. So, and again, he was a centrist. So it's interesting that everyone's like, oh my God, the extreme left. And the person who did this was like a centrist. It's just like a vote blue, no matter who, centrist, right? Interesting.
Across the country to assassinate the president and as many administration officials as possible. This is the 3rd major assassination attempt against President Trump in 2 years. No other president in history has faced such repeated, serious attempts on his life. First and foremost, the president, the first lady, and everyone in this White House are extraordinarily grateful to the brave law enforcement professionals who sprang into action to apprehend the would-be assassin and keep all of us safe. The president would especially like to express his gratitude to the men and women of the United States Secret Service who acted with the utmost professionalism, courage, and sense of duty.
Okay, I don't know. This is boring. I don't know why. Did she say the ballroom?
Includes the heroic agent who took a bullet to the chest. Thankfully, he was saved by his bulletproof vest. Minutes after returning here to the White House to the Oval Office, despite fighting Secret Service to try to stay and keep the dinner going on Saturday.
He did not fight Secret. He did not do that. He did not do that. He fell. He fell. He did not try to fight them. They forgot to get him first and he fell. We watched the video. There was not enough time for him to fight them on not getting up.
Saturday,
and he fell.
Ahead of addressing you here in the briefing room, President Trump was intent on speaking to this brave agent to ensure he was okay. And the agent assured...
Okay, I don't know why they posted this. This was not interesting whatsoever. Okay, now let's... Okay, so here's someone talking about the ball.
They've incited violence, in my view. I mean, you have some of the most prominent figures in the House and the Senate on the Democrat side effectively, calling for war. I mean, they use those kinds of metaphors.
Oh my God, oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you hear what Laura Loomer? Do you see what Laura Loomer says on Twitter on a daily basis? On a daily basis. You are currently waging war. You are actually committing an actual war where people are actually dying. Right? Where you have bombed little children. That's what you are doing. That's what you are doing, Mike Johnson. That's what you are doing, right? That's what you're doing. Hakeem Jeffries, listen, I'm not trying to stand up for Hakeem Jeffries. I don't like Hakeem Jeffries. But him saying, oh, this is a war, we're going to fight the Republicans or whatever. Oh my God, he actually said something decent for once. Congratulations. Like, that doesn't mean anything. You are committing an actual war. You are the ones actually murdering people, right? Okay? And so it's really ridiculous that you're over here like, I can't believe Hakeem Jeffrey would say, oh my God, he's going to go to war with me. He's going to go to war with us. You know what he meant. You and Laura Loomer and President Trump and all of these people, all of these myriads of people, Fox News, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Greg Gutfeld, Jesse Waters. Let's go down the list of what you all were saying when ICE shot and killed protesters, when people died. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the people who every time there's like a school shooting, you want to automatically blame it on trans people. Let's talk about all these insane, ridiculous shit, violent rhetoric that you all say on a daily basis, that the President of the United States says on a daily basis. And Hakeem Jeffries says some general statement like, oh, this is war or whatever. And you're like, oh my God, that's what caused this. No, it's not. Do you know what caused this? The despair in a lot of people in this country, the sheer lack of seeing a decent future. That is what caused this. You know what else caused this? The sheer amount of guns that are readily available to everyone in this country. Do you know what else caused this? Trump being a warmonger. And Trump being just like a genuinely horrible human being. All of that caused this. What I can tell you that did not cause this, also the lack of mental health support and and the difficulty getting mental health support. Anyway, like that's 9 times out of 10, those are what causes shootings, right? Hakeem Jeffries saying some milquetoast shit did not cause this. It just didn't. It didn't. And then the radical leftists didn't cause this because he didn't like the radical leftists. He didn't like Hassan. He didn't like the people on the left. So no, actually no. We just live in a very increasingly violent society where everyone feels like the only way to handle problems is violence. That is American culture, baby, and now we have to all suffer in it. We all have to suffer as we're living in it, and it's collectively traumatizing for the whole entire country. And you're being like, oh, Hakeem Jeffries finally speaking up for once is the reason this happened. Ridiculous. Just pure insanity.
It incites violence because there are crazy people in society, and they get radicalized online. And so we've got to recognize that. It's time to turn down the rhetoric. We've been saying this over and over. And
when has Donald Trump turned down the rhetoric? When is Donald Trump? Tell me when Donald Trump has turned down the rhetoric. Please. Please. He was having an interview about this, and he called the lady like a crazy person or a sick person or a horrible person because she read his manifesto. Tell me, when Donald Trump, right? When Donald Trump, when J.D. Vance, when Stephen Miller, when Caroline Leavitt, when all these people toned down their rhetoric, then maybe the rest of us will. But it starts from the top.
Not use that kind of language. I hope that this will be a sobering reminder for everybody about that very important cause. I'm grateful to Fetterman. He's right. The ballroom will be a solution for this because it'll be on the most secure compound in the world. It won't have hotel rooms above it, and it'll have 7-inch thick glass, for example, on the windows. So it'll be a very safe environment to do events like this. We need a place. We have needed a place like that, and the president keeps pointing it out. On the opposite, they've incited.
This is crazy. Oh my God, now Fox is doing segments. Oh my God, they just really want this ballroom and no one believes it. Okay, wait, we're going to listen to Lindsey Graham and then we're going to look at the, we're going to listen to Lindsey Graham and then we're going to watch
We're going to introduce legislation.
And then we're going to look at the memes I have.
We're going to introduce legislation that would authorize $400 million to be spent to secure to build the presidential ballroom.
Wait, he said that this was private money. If they're going to do a bill, then that means it's tax dollars, right? What? Oh my God. They expect the Samson option from Israel. So tired of everyone always assuming nothing is real, actually mentally tolling. No, it is part of the administration, like Miller. Exactly. Not counting the ones actually killed, I suppose. Such a disgusting piece of shit. He wants blood and doesn't care about innocent people. Exactly. You criticizing me is telling people to shoot me, so you aren't allowed to criticize me anymore. No, that's exactly what this is. So you're saying it's not trans people in sports? No, isn't it funny how they always blamed like the radical leftist and Antifa for all these school shootings, and like the person who did this was literally like a centrist who hated like the people, like who like hated people like Hassan, and he was like just like a regular ass centrist. It's crazy. But no, okay, so we are gonna listen to Lindsey Graham. But anyway, no, my point is, if they're introducing legislation, doesn't that mean that our tax dollars are gonna go to that? Which I don't want. Are you kidding me? What the hell? But also, yeah, I do, and this is something I talk about a lot, I think, and it's about how we've come to a point where nothing is real, and no one believes anything, therefore nothing is real. Therefore, there are no facts. There is nothing. No one believes anything, and it's actually really scary because it gets us to this point where like measles are back, like that's where it gets us. It gets us to these really scary points where it's like people just don't believe anything, and like I can talk to I've talked to people in my family and I'll be like, no, like there was a study, like blah 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 blah, this is a fact, and I've verbatim heard, well, who knows what a fact is anymore? And I'm like, okay, well, no, that's not true. Like that's not true. Like there are facts, there are statistics, there is science, like there is stuff that is true, and you have to at least acknowledge that, right? Like you can't disregard everything, but that's where we are right now, and it is scary. It actually is really scary, because when serious things happen, we just don't believe any of it. We don't know what to believe, and how are we supposed to fix these problems if everything is a conspiracy and everything is this. This one is a little bit funnier because it's on both sides, but it also I do think that it is still serious that we have all of these shootings all of the time. Of course this one was much more pointed. It wasn't just like a mass shooting, but it's just like this, again, this is a uniquely American problem, and the people in this room are the people who could have already fixed it. You know, the people in this room are the people who could have already done something to tangibly fix this reoccurring problem that we consistently have in America. And they don't. They never do, and they never want to do anything about it. And now their response is like, oh, we'll get the ballroom where we're gonna have all sorts of security and 7-inch glass and all this other kind of bullshit, and we'll be safe. We'll be safe when we want to have events, and we'll be safe when we want to do stuff. All of you other people who want to go out and go to events and maybe get shot at, well, we don't really care. We're not going to do anything, but like, we're going to spend $400 million to make sure we're safe and that we're okay when we do events. And then maybe we'll have a bunker underneath. But we're going to make sure we're safe. Are we going to do anything to make sure you don't have to deal with shootings? No, not at all. Oh, ridiculous. Anyway, let's listen to Lindsey Graham.
Underneath, there will be a lot of military stuff.
Yeah, so underneath there will be a lot of military stuff. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean? Underneath the ballroom, like this, I feel like this is from like a comedy or something. This is like from SNL. Like, this is like what you would, like, you wouldn't think that they would just come out, because all the people who think this is a conspiracy theory, it's like, well, I mean, they're kind of just saying there's going to be like there's going to be like a bunker and like military activity underneath. There is. It's not a conspiracy. They're saying it. And so it's like, what do you mean there's going to be military stuff underneath? Like, what does that mean? What do you mean? And he's just saying it so nonchalantly. Yeah, we really want the ballroom. The ballroom is like so important, and we need the ballroom. There might be a little bit of military stuff underneath, but you don't need to worry about that. We need the ballroom. We want the ballroom for events. What are you saying? There might be military stuff underneath. Like, what are you saying?
There will be a Secret Service annex, and we've paid for it by offsetting it with custom fees. But the estimate is $332 million. We're going to do $400 million because I think it's probably going to take more.
Yeah, no, we can't do free college. Yeah, no. We can't do free college. We can't do affordable housing. No. We have to build a ballroom, man. We have to spend $300 to $400 million to do a ballroom. I will say that is something that has been frustrating me, not the most, but just like so intensely throughout this whole entire presidency, is how much my whole entire life I was told like that Republicans were the fiscally responsible ones. And every time I said I wanted something, they're like, how are you going to pay for that? Blah, 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 blah. My whole entire life, I have been told this. And now it's like the mask is off, right? The mask is off. They're just spending all shit tons of money here and there and everywhere, but nothing to help anybody out. Nothing for the citizens, nothing for anybody else. No, it's all war and bloodshed and tax cuts and ballrooms and all sorts of shit and commercials, whatever the fuck Kristi Noem did with all that money. But that's where all of the money is going. Not for the myriad of things that leftists have been saying we could provide. And that we have enough money, we have enough resources, it's just how we allocate them. And everyone's like, how are you going to pay for that? You're crazy, you're radical. What are we doing? We're spending $400 million on a ballroom and military things, mysterious military things underneath. Crazy. It's just so insane to me. It's just maddening. It's maddening.
Private donations can be used, but I think they should be used for buying China and stuff like that. Underneath this ballroom,
so he does want to use tax
infrastructure
dollars
that is national security centric. The ballroom itself will avoid the dilemma of having to leave the White House grounds with future presidents and this president's to go downtown in a place that's less secure.
Oh, so they are going to use tax dollars, because that's been the thing that Trump has been saying for this. So, oh, we're not going to use tax dollars. It's all going to be private. Da 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 da. Bullshit. 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 I knew it was bullshit too when he said it. I was like, bullshit. There's no way. There's no way that that we're not going to be paying for that. Postmodernism in full swing. Exactly. Not even reporting on reality, reporting on reality that MAGA accepts. Exactly. To resist the Samson option. I guess. Okay, I guess we've had an underground facility there for a while. I guess it came out after 9/11. At least that's what my American government professor said. Oh, see, I didn't know that. So they're making the ballroom right now. My friend actually went to Washington, D.C. recently, and apparently, like, a lot of things were closed off because of the construction. So I think that's what Donald Trump was saying when he was like, someone was walking their dog and then wanted to, like, sue me to not have it, because I guess the construction is everywhere. Anyway, not the point. But but I'm guessing, like, whatever they're building, I guess there is already military stuff underneath it, but I guess they're putting more. I don't know, because this is not the first time that they've mentioned this. And I think the reason that they're mentioning it is so now, even though Donald Trump said it was all going to be private donations, it's probably not going to be, which I never thought it was going to be. I always thought at some point, like, tax dollars were going to have to be spent on it, and probably were already being spent on it. And now I think this is what they're going to use to have everyone accept it, right? Because I don't think a lot of people really cared, nor do I think they wanted this ballroom. I think everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Like, there's so much going on, and you're talking to me about a ballroom. Like, what? What is happening right now? And so I think a lot of people, like, didn't really care about the ballroom, but now they're trying to get people invested. And so I think they're using this, they're being very opportunistic, they're using this as a way to get people on board with this. So that way they can use our tax dollars to do it. And of course they're going to say security and safety and all that kind of stuff, because that's what gets Americans on board. I still don't think people are going to buy it, just because, again, like, he's so unpopular, and everyone who, like, a lot of right-wingers too, like, most people either are laughing at this or are like, and don't think it's like the radical left or the radical whatever, and most people are thinking, like, of conspiracy theories. And so I really don't think, like, a lot of people are taking it super seriously, nor do I think a lot of people even care about the ballroom or want the ballroom. So I think they think if they're going to say, oh, it's for security, that people are going to get on board, or if it's for military, people are going to get on board. But they have mentioned it a couple times that there's going to be military stuff down there. So I guess if there is, I guess they're going to add more, or they're just, again, using it as an excuse to get people on board. I don't know. I assume there's all sorts of underground shit there. Yeah, honestly, I just assume that probably if they can do something mischievous, they will. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I guess that's just where I'm at with this government. Okay. There's some, oh my gosh. Okay. I keep ruining this. Okay. There's a meme. Okay, here we go. Okay. There's some memes on Instagram that I wanted to show you. And then I probably am going to get off because I am very tired. And I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. If you're late to the broadcast, I introed this video saying I'm very tired and I didn't get a lot of sleep this weekend because I was hyper fixated on getting my apartment ready for a cat. I don't have a cat, but I'm getting it ready for a cat. When I get a cat, I'll let everyone know. It might be tomorrow. I'm going to try tomorrow. But yeah. And so I am very tired, which is why I apologize if I haven't been super on point today. But we're going to look at some memes because I think they're pretty funny and they made me laugh earlier. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is Erica Kirk. What kind of cat? Well, I'm going to adopt. So I'm gonna adopt here. We'll get back to the memes. I'm gonna adopt a cat. I want to talk about a cat. Okay. I'm gonna adopt a cat, and there's this one cat. A lot of like tabbies or short-haired domestic. That's what a lot of them are called. There's a lot of those like in adoption centers or like in the Humane Society. I don't think I'm gonna get like a kitten just because that's a lot of work. But I am gonna get like probably a few months to year old. And yeah, I'm very excited. I have been literally like, I hyper fixated on it so much that I did absolutely like nothing else this weekend. Like, nothing else. So I didn't make an outline for this. No, I'm not going to get 2 cats. No, just 1. And so I'm going to look at 2 tomorrow, though. There's 2 I'm going to look at tomorrow. But yeah, and so it's just a lot. It's a lot. I've done... So I didn't do anything. I also didn't respond to comments, so I apologize. I will respond to comments. I know everyone has been commenting on stuff, and I will respond. But I kind of just... when I get hyper fixated on something, that just... I have to finish it. And so that's what I did this weekend. I literally rearranged my whole entire apartment and added cat stuff. It was really fun. So yeah, but I didn't get a lot of sleep, and I stayed up kind of late doing it, which was not very fun. So yeah. Anyway, I did it to myself. I can only blame myself, but this happens every so often. It's ADHD. All right, so this is really funny. So this is Erica Kirk. So Erica Kirk said, I guess she said, I just want to go home.
I just want to go find I just want to go find
Okay, and then someone said, I guess we can expect 6 more weeks of Erica Kirk yesterday, and I can't stop laughing about it. Oh my god, this is so funny. And then the other joke is like, she's like, I just want to go home. And it's like, you haven't been home for like the past few months. What are you talking about? Like, you haven't been home. You've been everywhere but home. Like, your daughter, when Drewski dressed up as you, your daughter thought it was you. Like, that's how much you're not home. Like, that's like you're never home. God, it's so funny. Also, I don't watch Euphoria, but I've been seeing a lot of memes of Euphoria, and everyone said that this is like Cassie at her wedding. That one made me laugh too. Okay, let's see. So I don't need to know where she stands politically. I do love her for this. That's what I'm saying. On Twitter, everyone's like, "Oh my God, did someone steal?" And I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I don't blame them." What'd she say? But can we first? I just want to point out that Stephen Miller's pregnant wife is a shield. Okay, Stephen Miller is seen here fleeing to safety. Can't get enough of Patel memes. I heard shots. Except was coked up, 100% coke jaw. Well, apparently everyone but me knows what coke jaw is, so okay. Okay, what else? Oh, photographer Andy Harnett casually snapped pictures during the shooting incident without letting go of his bourbon. That's actually kind of wild. Journalists evacuating the Correspondents dinner with their drinks and bottles of wine. So they must have known that the shooter was already like apprehended at that point, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. RFK Jr. leaving Cheryl Hines. See, that's what I'm saying. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about you. They don't care about their wives. They don't care about anybody. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Nobody else but themselves. I am telling you. Why are you still with him? It is embarrassing. I'm sorry, but it's embarrassing. Okay, I don't know your life. I don't know your situation, but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. He just leaves her. He leaves her. Oh my God. And she's like trying to hold on and he just doesn't care. Oh my God. Dave Scavino trying and failing to get USA. Okay, wait, we have to hear this.
USA! USA!
See, and that's another reason why, like, this is another reason why this is so hard to take seriously, because you have people like him going, USA, after, like, how unserious are you? Like, are you not scared at all? You're not, you just think you're invincible, or just, like, I'm not understanding, like, I'm not understanding what caused you to say, USA, like, are you just that brain broken? That this is how you respond to a shooting incident? Like, I just don't understand. And then who was it? Dana White was like, oh, I thought it was awesome. Everyone was getting down and I was just living in the moment. I'm like, what? Like, there was something wrong with you. Like, what is wrong with you? That's why this is so crazy. This is such a crazy thing to, like, witness. Because some of the craziest people have just responded in the most insane ways. That's why no one can take this seriously. Because it's just a whole clown show. This guy's still eating dinner. Oh my God, there's people behind him, like, on the ground, and this guy's just like, I'm gonna eat my food. What the fuck? Oh my God. Okay, wait. So here's the facts. Judge rules Trump cannot build ballroom for non-security reasons without congressional approval. Trump attends White House correspondent dinner for the first time as POTUS. Caroline Levitt says shots will be fired in pre-dinner interview. I forgot to mention that. They asked her about, like, oh, I hear in Trump's speech he's going to go after the press. And she's like, oh, well, let's just say there's going to be some shots fired. And now everyone's looking at that and they're like, what? Did she know something? I don't think she knew anything. Of course, that's just what people say. It's just funny. It's just funny. It's just a saying. Like, I really don't think she meant anything by it. Just what people say, you know? But now everyone's using that as, like, what did she know? Apparently Hassan, like, right after it happened, he posted on Twitter, what did she know? And everyone was like, serious? Like, people were like, serious? Crazy. Okay, gunman somehow gets major weapon into gunman somehow gets they have major weapon in quotations, major weapon into building to security. Shots are fired and then taken into custody. Trump immediately holds press conference and says, this is why we need the White House ballroom. You come to your own conclusions. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay, there were more. There were some other ones that I wanted to look at. Okay. Was it this? Oh, I'm trying to find it. Oh, wait. The White House shooter getting the best security. There's some great memes out there. Let's see what else. There's some good ones out there. I gotta find it. No, it wasn't those. Oh, man, I lost it. I thought I saved it. Maybe it was this one? Oh no. I don't know. I don't watch Euphoria, but the memes about Euphoria have been pretty funny to me. All right. These people are so damn evil. It's comical. True. Major weapon. Yeah, she's like, major weapon. I don't know. Apparently he had a shit ton of weapons, so I don't know. He had knives on him and thought he was going to get close enough to, like, kill them, which I think is a little delusional. But, you know. I mean, it is interesting. Like I said, would I put it past them to do this? To get the ballroom? No, I wouldn't, actually. Do I think that they did it? No. I don't. This guy seems like, from everyone in his life and from everything else, this guy seems like that he did it, you know? Knives are useful in melee. I don't know what that means. Melee, what's melee? I actually don't know what that means. I feel stupid, but I don't. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. Melee. Oh, hand-to-hand combat. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. In close combat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I took a boxing class once. I gotta go back. Anyway, no, I can see that. Okay, that makes sense with like the Secret Service or something. Okay. I guess that does make sense then, because I was like, I don't get it. I was like, I just don't understand how you thought you were gonna get past all that. But yeah, D&D nerd. You know what? I want to play D&D. I do. I want to play D&D. I have a few friends who play D&D, but I haven't played with them because they have their own campaigns, and I've never played, but I really want to play. It sounds fun. The buckshots make no sense. So can you explain that to me? Because I don't know what the buckshots are. Also, there's some memes online. The other good memes are they're like bullets, and it says like need ballroom or we want ballroom or because of the ballroom or something. It's hilarious. I'm impressed you pronounced it right first try. Oh, thank you. There to hunt. Oh, okay, that is kind of weird. The manifesto said he chose the ammunition that didn't go through the wall so he wouldn't hurt innocent bystanders. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't read the manifesto. I've just heard what it said. And I know he said I know he wanted to kill everyone but Kash Patel. And then you're right. Okay. Hey, you're back from Arizona. Oh my God, Creflo, hello. We've missed you. I'm so glad you're back from Arizona. Tell me how it was. Oh, did you have to get on a plane? That sucks. Planes have become increasingly not fun. Apparently someone in Naturo ran into the White House Correspondents' dinner. I know that word. I don't know why I can't. Naruto. I was like, I know that word. I know what you're talking about. Okay, apparently someone Naruto ran into the White House Correspondents. Yes. And Donald Trump suggested that that the NFL should pick him up because he was such a fast runner. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be happening. He's going to jail for the rest of his life. But you know, yeah. I don't know. It was a very weird situation. And listen, the reason I don't think it was staged is one, because I don't think all of them were competent enough to stage something like this, really. Like everything they do, I feel like either gets leaked or gets messed up somehow. And so I just don't think with like Kash Patel at the helm of like the FBI and all these things that this would actually be a successful staging that they would carry out. But yeah, I think it's actually not super unusual. Like I said, shootings like this happen every day in America. So to me, it's not like incredibly unusual that it happened, and it doesn't really like surprise me. I don't think it's out of like the norm, you know? Again, in America, it's not really out of the norm. So which I think is a bad thing, but you know what I'm saying? They would look more heroic. Yeah. I didn't see any poster of Trump or Kristi Noem, but I had to have my photo taken before going through airport security. Yeah, that's a new thing they do. I don't like it. There's also, if you, I know at the Nashville airport, there's always these like police officers, and they have like a video camera, and they're like behind, okay, so if TSA's right here, they're like, you know, the gates and everything are right here. the police and the camera are like behind the gate, but not in the it's behind the TSA, but not in the gate. Anyway, that was too much. But anyway, they're always back there with like video cameras and like video camera and like recording everything. And I don't know what they're doing, but they've been doing it for a while now, and I don't understand. Like, I don't know what they're doing, and I don't understand why they're doing it. It is really weird, and we definitely live in a surveillance state, and it's increasingly becoming even more surveilled. And it's really scary. I saw a lot of hogs in Arizona, but I also saw a pro-trans pretzel shop. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Oh my God. I love that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't think it was staged. It is funny that no one believes anything anymore though. And it's funny. It's scary, but it's also funny. And it's funny that like no matter what spin or propaganda they try to come out of this, it's not going to matter because no one believes anything. No one believes anything anymore. And the thing is no one believes anything from Trump or this White House anymore. Even some people on the right, which is really, really funny. And I think they don't know what to do now because their propaganda is like not sticking. Their propaganda is not sticking on anyone. So I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. I don't think it was staged. But we are run by a circus. And so, of course, when chaos hit, it was comical because they're all crazy. They're all crazy and they're all insane and they don't care about anybody else but themselves. But anyway, yeah, we live in a post-reality world. Yes, we do. We live in a world where, yeah, like no one lives in reality, I feel like. And I feel like there's so many different varying levels of it, you know? There's like the level where you have to like suspend reality and go to work every day and not like acknowledge what's going on around you, you know, and have to pretend like everything's fine and we're just gonna go to work today and it's gonna be fine, you know. And I think that's one way we deny reality. But I do think like another way we deny reality is just, yeah, it's like it's conservative and mainstream media like CNN and stuff that try to reshape our reality into believing these things that are not true, and people have become aware of that. They've become aware of the propaganda that now just everything is not true, and just like everything is a lie, and there is no facts, there is no science, and then people don't believe science, so that's not true either. And it's scary. It's a scary world we live in. Yeah. And it's becoming increasingly insane. All right. Well, today was really fun. I'm really glad that we all got to hang out. I will be ending the stream soon because I'm very tired and need to get to sleep. Read Frederick Jamerson's Postmodernist. It's all about preserving capitalism. Okay, I'm going to do that. Frederick Jamerson. Let me get my phone. I'm going to write that down so that way I remember it. Okay, let me see. Postmodernism. Okay. Let me write that in my notes. Have a great night. Thank you. I hope you all have a great night too. This is a little bit more laid back and not super structured. So I hope you had fun. I hope everyone had fun. Let's see. Okay, I have to write this down still. Frederick Jameson's. Okay. Got it. Okay. I got it. Great stream. Thank you. Come to New York so you can see Hassan at 1804 Books. Oh, I love New York and I wish I would go to New York. What I will say is Hassan is going to be in St. Louis this Friday. I don't know where, and I don't know when or what time or what is going on, but I'll try to figure it out and I'll keep you all aware. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. This was really fun. Do you like the non-structured and the just kind of chill hangout vibe? Let me know. I was just very sleep deprived and not prepared at all for today, but I still wanted to see everyone and talk to everyone and talk about all the craziness. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I love you all very, very much. And I'll let you know if I get a cat tomorrow. We'll see. And then, well, I'll let you know when I do get a cat, whenever that happens, whenever that does happen. And then, yeah, we'll see about Friday. Who knows? Maybe I'll see Hassan in St. Louis. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna try. Whatever. There's a few different rallies I think going on May Day. So we'll see. I'm gonna try. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. And before I go, I want to say thank you to my members. Shout out to Creflo and Hey Skip J. Thank you for being here tonight too. Saw you all in the comments, or in the chat. Yes, okay, but I love you all so much. Thank you for an awesome and fun night, and I will see you. Well, I'm gonna have a video come out Wednesday, so you'll see me on Wednesday, and then I'll see you next Monday. All right, love you all, and hopefully with a new cat. All right, bye.